Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Picking up right where we left off in Wizardry, Tale of the Forsaken Land for the PlayStation 2. Party's up to level 9. I do believe one of the members is up to 10 already. Pretty sure I covered all of the... Yeah, I did all of the trading and stuff in town already. Gonna pop in, check on our quests. We're still looking to get paralyzed for Maria's quest, training to be a priest. Helga's looking for a Houndseer, which we're not going to get till the 5th level of this dungeon for her weapon shop. And then we're looking for information on the 4th legend, on the 4th floor, about Giorgio, for his wife Rose. So a fair bit to do today. Let's see how much we could get accomplished. Hope everything is going well out there. For those of you who will be celebrating later, happy Valentine's Day. The missus and I usually don't do too much, just taking a nice cozy dinner, and I'm even off the hook cooking this year. We're going to order in. Check out this chest, usually a transfer potion. Here we get a shield. Pretty sure it won't be anything too major, as it's on the 1st floor, but still. Let's go ahead and appraise that sucker. Yeah, just a metal shield. I don't think a thief can equip it. Oh yeah, they can. Okay. So maybe hand that over to Rui. Yeah, that's worth it. Now, is there anybody who could be helped out by the small steel shield? I mean, Agog technically could, but that's also going to take away the magic crossbow, and it's just not worth it for a back row guy to get one extra defense like that. So we're going to stick with the magic crossbow there. Here we're up against a giant toad and some slime. Tempted to just rush here, but I don't think that would quite do the job. So we'll just do assisted shots and melee attacks, knowing that once we're through the toad, the rest should easily be covered. Kyo takes care of that job. And yeah, we're so far along now, Ricardo's not even going to get a chance to strike. Just a simple little combat. Good warm-up for the day. And we get a feel stone. My goodness. Getting spoiled today, folks. So Kyo's rank 3, Rui's rank 1, Agog's rank 3, and Sarah's rank 4. Let's go ahead and rank Rui up to rank 2. Get those baseline healing spells as juiced as we can get them. That way we know if we have to fall back on the level 1 stuffs, it's going to be a quality heal all the same. Run our way into another combat. This is a pixie and a bunch of slimes, and that one we're going to take all the suspense out of. We're just going to rush right through this. Goodness knows you guys deserve better than a level 1 combat, and I feel we should get you there as quickly as possible. See the little green torches at the end of that combat? Again, every time you act favorably with your party, you're going to build a little trust with them. This is one of these games where that's very key. There's a pixie's wing. So if we ever wanted to make that Maps Vellum that we picked up oh so long ago, turns out Rui already had the spell, and we picked up a magic stone for it somewhere along the way. That may have been the one we got from our first tarot reading in the Labyrinth. We're 2 for 2 on those, by the way. Here's another battle, couple rogues, and some slimes. Still not sure we could rush through a rogue. So instead of taking that chance, we'll just go with the tried and true. Yeah, looking at it, we could probably rush through the rogues. That's okay, that didn't take too much longer, and it got to show them mowed down one by one. Stairs are clear. Get to the second floor here. Gonna give that... I was trying to be nice and letting this group past us, and they snuck up behind us. So we get hit with the dreaded back attack here. Lucked out, though. The one toad cried for help, and the other toad attacked Ricardo. So we're going to take a turn here and just invert the rows. Get our front line back to our front line. Always a worry in this game, getting attacked from behind. Ooh, that time it worked. Okay. Well, let's get back to doing what we do. Assisted shot. Both of those hit, so Keo with one strike out of the two, still more than enough to take it down. Target number 2, Rui, is able to fell in a similar manner. One of the assisted shots falls through for Ricardo's strike, but he's got more than enough offense with that axe. Now we're just left against 4 slimes, and that is very much rush territory for the group. So I was caught playing a little softer than I should, letting that monster group sneak up behind us. But all's well that ends well. We took a total of 1 damage for it. And we're going to head down to the second floor here, the old jail. Make our way to the elevator room and then go down to the 4th. Got to pass through that labyrinth, which Let's hope this isn't another back attack. I was in the process of turning. It's another back attack, folks. I'm just having the least luck. Well, I'm not going to complain there. We'll just attack. Agog finishes one of the undead kobolds, and Sarah actually petrifies the other. That's a neat little twist. Okay. The only bad part is when that happens, you have to go in and alter the formation manually. Yeah, we're happy with that. Now make our way down. Hopefully we're getting all the goofy stuff out of the road now. Call up our elevator, and then take it down to the 4th floor. Okay, yeah. Walked the wrong direction there and found ourselves in another combat. Sorry, folks. Just not with it today, am I? Do some individual actions here. Well, you know what? Let's do one allied action. Let's have Rui and Ricardo double slash that bogey cat. We'll have Keo attack the other, hoping for a ninja death strike or something of the sort. And then let's have Agog attack a zombie, and we'll have Sarah attempt to dispel them. Can't be that. Petrification on the first strike. More than enough damage from Rui and Ricardo on the double strike. Agog hits, but it's not enough to finish the zombie off. Sarah does get rid of 2 of them, though. Double slash. Let's let Rui and Ricardo handle the double slash and have Kyo attack all on his own. And that's more than enough to finish him off. Get through that combat and pick up some rotten meat. Everybody's favorite. Wow. Not so good with the maps today. Definitely not liking this combat. An attack from behind, 3 ninjas and 2 pixies. We may be in a little bit of trouble here. One of the pixies escapes, and another one's going to cast, and this is more than likely going to be Splay Meow. Let's see where this leaves us. Nope, everybody's okay. Gonna invert the rows. The entire ninja contingency focused on Rui there. Very lucky we got out of that okay, but it looks like Ricardo and Rui are going to be put to sleep. Nice enough that they recover afterwards. So let's go ahead and shut down the ninjas real quick here. Restrict shot protecting Rui and Ricardo. Do some individual action. You know what? Let's go with a restrict shot and a double slash. It doesn't have the best chance of hitting, but if it does hit, we should be able to fell the level 1 ninja with either of their attacks at that power. And then just to make sure we're done with that ridiculous sleep spell before it can do any real damage, we're going to have Kyo attack the pixie. See if my gamble pays off. Yep, 171 point critical. Taking care of that ninja handily. Restrict shot stops the level 3 ninja. And outright kills the other level 1 ninja. So we're now up against a damaged ninja. Let Kyo and Ricardo handle this double slash. Give ourselves as many chances as possible to hit. Not that we needed it. Got a bit excessive on the damage there. Well worth it, though. Picking things up as we go. Gonna finally make our way down into the 3rd floor labyrinth. Let's hope after all of the tripping over myself this goes a bit smoother. Greeted by 2 level 1 priests right away here. Nothing we're too worried about. Yeah, they fall like your proverbial sack of potatoes. Actually, that's a pretty good analogy for their death animation. Just thump. And we get stopped. It's our body. Probably not the best thing to run into after beating up 2 priests. But This is the guy who does the Moonlight Guided tarot readings. I can honestly say I almost never ran into him previously, and now we've run into him every time. We've gone middle twice, and we've gotten good results twice. At the risk of breaking the streak, I think we're going to go left today. The moon's guidance, I shall divine your destiny. Get that little glow. Priest pulled out one card. It was... interesting. This is a Queen's Guard card. On the card, a knight holding a large, beautiful sword in front of a castle at sunset was drawn. I am ordained to give the blessing of all to anyone who draws this card. Who will receive the blessing? Well, not to be a selfish leader, but it is our party, and it is my channel, so we're going to give the blessing to Agog. Agog received the blessing of all. Power is up 1, wisdom is increased 1, faith up by 1, life is increased by 1, agility by 1, and luck is improved by 1. Then I shall wait for the moonlight to guide you here at a more opportune moment. We just got an overall 1-point stat increase. That was crazy good luck. Now we're up against a pair of bishops, a samurai, and a ninja. Let's go ahead, spell cancel. Take our chances. We will take our chances with the ninja and the samurai on this first round. More so with the ninja, because I do believe our double slash with Rui and Ricardo should be enough to finish off the level 3 samurai. Use Kiyo's little trick to take out a level 1 bishop. And that should just leave us with the ninja in the second round. Whoops. I did hit assisted shot instead of spell cancel, didn't I? Okay, so that's going to leave us with a bishop. He's going to get a cast off. See why this wasn't the best idea. Yeah, seems we lucked out there too. He just cast Spleam, the sleep spell. That could have gone a lot worse. So we'll just double slash our way through this. We were lucky, no damage spell there and nothing worse than a little sleep. Finish that battle up. Up against some dragonflies here. Man, that was some crazy high evade from them. Are we going to miss every attack on this dragonfly? Well, we got one in. At least we're able to take one down. That was about as bad as it gets, honestly. There's 3 damage to Ricardo. We're going to try this again, if only to redeem ourselves. Let's hit more than twice here. Well, there's 2 already. And then Kiyo gets his shot in on that dragonfly. So we know it can be done. And again, we're just looking for the stairs down here. Disarm a quick trap. This level's random. It's going to reset every time we do it. No point in getting too caught up with what is and isn't around. Ooh. That is some hefty muscle there. So this time, let's actually hit a spell cancel. Double slash on one of the samurai, and attack another and hope for the best. Oh, Kyo damages it pretty severely, that samurai, but not enough to kill him. Double slash does take out one. Rui takes 4 damage. Spell Cancel does its job to make sure the bishop's not doing anything too crazy back there. And Kyo takes 6 damage on the second strike by that samurai. Let's go with an assisted shot. We've already got 1 damaged samurai. I don't see it being impossible to finish them both off here. Yep, there goes the one Kyo had previously attacked, and he petrifies the other, so swift ending to that. Front row is getting beat up a little bit. Main concern is Rui because her hit points aren't super high in the first place. Friendly toads, let's leave the friendly toads alone. If you remember, we accidentally signaled to attack a friendly party earlier in the adventure, like a few editions back. And it caused us some serious trust issues within the party. In fact, it outright shifted Sarah's alignment to evil for about 2 weeks. Not a good time to be had in the old wizardry there. Here are a half dozen orc kings. Let's rush through. Let's see what's left after. We know we have more than enough power to rush through orcs, but can we do it on orc kings? Answer is no. No, we cannot. Oh, one of them thinks better. And Rui takes 1 damage. I think a second rush should be able to finish these 5 off. Oh, they front guarded us. They front guarded us. So we're not going to take any attacks from them. But they knew we were coming. And it does nothing. That whole rush does absolutely nothing. Second back row escapes, and again, that's on us. So let's stop trying to be cute about it. Let's assist shot and individual attack. They're all damaged, so they should fall pretty easily here. 1 down on the assist, Kyo with the second, assist number 2 fells the third, and Rui for the finish. 50-point critical at that. 400. Not the most we could have got, but certainly more than we deserved for that lazy attempt at tactics. Okay, door down here. Let's go ahead and check it out. Got a door opposite. Weave our way between a couple dragons there. At least I tried to. Assisted shot. Let's go ahead and restrict shot this. As we know, Agog and Sarah aren't going to be the deciding damage in this battle. Double slash with Rui and Ricardo. That's working out pretty well today, and hopefully Kyo gets one of his special strikes in, be it a Petrify or a Death Strike. Either one would suffice to end this battle just that quick. Just that quick, folks. 1 strike and we get 480 experience. And there's 2 dragon hearts. I would have completed that quest from a little while ago outright. Got a treasure chest here. So we seem to be in a little maze of doors. Let's check out what's inside. Unidentified axe. And it really could be anything here. So let's hand that over to Agog and see what we get inside. A slashing battle axe. Battle Axe enhanced with sharpness, easier to use, and higher accuracy. Well, that's a hand axe, not a battle axe. I believe it's a two-handed weapon, which would take away from some of Ricardo's defense. I think we'll just hold on to that for now. Let's go ahead and check out this little doorway. A little balcony you could see down to the subfloor below. Okay, that's just going to weave us back around there. Hearing something heavy shuffling on the other side, most likely a dragon. So let's go back this way. Well, there's that dragon from before. I guess there was just no avoiding him. Let's see if we can't luck out again, huh? Nope. But he still does a bunch of damage, that Keo. And Rui hits with 28. Ricardo with that rare miss. Do supply 21 support damage, though, as the dragon did come in to attack Ricardo. Second burst, same as the first. And we've actually heaped a little bit of damage on this dragon. There we go. That's 100 points out of that double slash. That's the neighborhood we're looking for. Everybody gets hit with the poison breath, but nobody actually gets poisoned. One more round. This one should do it one way or another if everybody hits. Yep. That time I think it was about 96 points on the double slash, but more than enough to do the job. Have Keo open this bad boy up, and inside we have another dragon heart. Okay, let's check this door out. Door to another door. Find ourselves another chest just kind of laying here. And another axe. That was once again given to Rui, who is holding 3 dragon hearts. How gross is that? One appraisal later, we have just a regular battle axe. So yeah, you can see the slashing battle axe much better than the regular. Hand this over to Sarah. Not that she's going to use it. Let's check out this side door here. We kind of know where it's going to go, but three dragonflies. And again, we know this tactic can work, and most of the time should work. So yeah, nothing to them as long as our attacks hit. Kind of why I will sort of shade for accuracy over damage on these choices. Okay, we know where that one is. Just have that door there. Nothing unusual. Okay, so that was all pretty much a waste of time checking out that door. And that'll happen a fair bit too here. Just doors to nowhere in the labyrinth. Not really sad about that by any means. It was a worthwhile look. Okay, we have a restrict shot up. We've got a double slash up. Keo hits a petrification. Samurai does manage to evade one of the strikes in the double slash, but he'll ultimately pay for his attack with a restrict shot. The Samurai was smart enough to target Kyo and gets in 16 quality damage. Kyo seems to have 3 stars on him. Not quite sure what that status is. Maybe he's stunned? Yeah, that would be my guess. Because he didn't get the chance to attack. So I guess that stunned him for the round. Not one I've seen very often. More than likely ignored when it did happen. Picked up a samurai's beard there, and I do believe it's time for a little healing. We'll let our front line handle this. Specifically Kyo. Because if they're healing in battle, there's a problem. I think back row's fine for now. Just go ahead and heal up those frontline guys. And it's time to open another door. This one's leading down, and as we know, there is a pretty hefty subfloor to this from that little peek we took. Since my goal is not to be a comprehensive delver of a random field, I'm just going as far down as I can and not really exploring all of the other goodies that could be here. I have had random floors that are as easy as walk down, turn left, there's your exit. Here we get a surprise attack in. Let's go with an assisted shot and some individual attacks. Just see how far that takes us on the old damage carousel here. While this plays out, gonna go ahead, grab a drink. Okay, 3 of the 4 toads are down. You know what? Let's go ahead. Have Kyo and Ricardo hit this for maximum damage. Restrict shot, the assisted shot, not enough to finish, but that's at least 37 to the good side. And even with that miss on the second strike by Kyo, that's 151. So way more damage than that toad would have ever required. And we pick up a teal stone. Yet another magic stone on this journey. Kyo's rank 1, Rui's rank 1, Agog is rank 2. Well, let's go ahead and make Rui rank 2. Granted, we could also save those and break them apart for later. Does this go back around and up? Nope. There's the door at the end. See if this takes us to our intended exit. Well, it takes us to a poison gas trap that we luckily get our way through there. I say luckily because this early in the morning, me hitting button combinations is always a risky proposition. But hey, we're in it for the fun, right? Well, there's our exit. Guessed right on guessing right. And back down to the ancient cemetery we go. We actually mapped out a little bit of this last time through. Gonna keep our mapping expedition underway. Another chest. Oh, that one's already open. I keep forgetting, they're not just gonna randomly pop up. Here's a room we haven't checked out before. It's kind of our duty, at least until we find out what's going on with Giorgio, to map out as much of this as possible. I certainly don't know where he's going to pop up. I could find out, as there are some pretty comprehensive guides online. I'm not going to take the, gaming purist here, and I would never. Believe me, some of the later floors, I will definitely be looking up the guides. I'm just not to that point yet. Okay, so there is a completely empty room. I can't help but feel that has significance to a quest. Just not a quest we've come upon yet. Feel kind of turned around at the moment. Just some skeletons on the ground. Nothing not to be expected. A, from this game, and B, from an ancient cemetery. Okay, there's the chest, which means this should be the room with our magic circle out. Gonna walk down this way. And we find another pit. This one's to a brand new place with a brand new trapped chest. Go ahead, hand that over to our expert thief. A dark fog is set. Will we still open? Of course we will. Gotta have faith in your thief to do their job. And here we pick up an unidentified chest plate. Let's go ahead and turn that into a very identified chest plate. It's a mystic chest plate. Discovered after the death of a sorcerer, it was often duplicated due to its sturdiness. Okay, that's a 2/6. Can be equipped by a warrior, a knight, a samurai, or a priest. Don't think that's going to beat Ricardo's quality. Well, actually, that is better than the quality metal armor. So yeah, let's go ahead and hand that over to Ricardo. Absolutely get his evade up to 10 there. And then we get attacked by an absolute slew of the undead. And they get a surprise attack that they promptly waste on a front guard. Sped things up a little bit there just to get through that. Gonna individual act here. Have Kyo cast a teal spell through the front row. Rui cast Zetiel through the back. Ricardo will attack just for the heck of it. Then Agog will attempt to dispel any remaining kobolds. And Sarah's on zombie duty, being our highest level divine caster versus our highest level undead foe. See if Kyo can wipe out this line with thunder, though. And he gets all but one. No arguments there. Rui damages the zombies, but not enough to take any of them out. Let's see how Agog's dispel goes. It does nothing. Okay, that's fair. See if Sarah has any better luck against the zombies. Oh, she takes one out. Either way, this is much more manageable. So let's go with an assisted shot and some individual attacks, because using another spell here would be kind of pointless. Kyo is able to take down that first zombie. Rui takes down the second. And the assisted shot in itself is enough to take down the undead kobold. Remember, you have to have magic weapons or magic damage in order to take out the undead in this game. Important thing to keep in mind. While we found some really good stuff for Ricardo, we haven't found anything inherently magical. So this is our portal room for this particular juncture. Ooh. Oh my, we have a couple zombies, and I forget if that's called a ghost outright, maybe a shade. Either way, it's a really cool looking monster. And if I remember right, it's a bit of a pain too. Let's go ahead, a spirit, there we go. Let's go ahead, double slash it. Have Kyo and Ricardo double slash the spirit so that Kyo's doing the magic damage. Ricardo won't be able to do lethal damage to it, but if he hits, he should be able to clear a lot of the damage close to zero. Then individual action, we'll have Rui cast a spell. Yeah, let's go Zakrita to the back row there. Agog will Zakrita the front row. And Sarah will attempt to dispel the zombies if nothing else works. Okay, so Kyo's double slash contribution, more than enough to get rid of that spirit. Rui burns a zombie. See if Agog could follow suit here. Quality job, as we knew he would. So we face off against another undead friend. Just going to flesh this room out a little, and we will come back to it. Otherwise, there's no getting out. But again, exploration is part of the old job here. Okay, so we were here before. This must have been where we fell into the first time and just never explored, kinda took a transfer potion out. Back up to the hill we go. No, that didn't take us to the hill. Okay. There's a hole. Nothing unusual there. You could see the pits are now marked by those little purple squares. Always important to know where those are. Just kind of clearing to a safe spot. That guy seemed really, really in favor of meeting with us, and this is looking like bad news, as he is a higher level samurai. So first thing we will do is restrict shot the heck out of him. Let's try a double slash. That is a level 6 ninja, folks. This could be over for us in a hurry. Go have Rui cast a spell. And see if our offense by defense helps out at all. Well, we got 60 damage in on the double slash. He returned favor, only hit for 5, lucky break for us. And Rui fells him with a Zatil. Made quick work of that level 6 ninja, but in all fairness, he was on his own. Over 1,000 experience just for beating him. We'll take those numbers. Fell into a pit there because I was not paying attention to where we were going. That one 100% on me, as though I could blame anybody else. And back up we go. This time we're on the hill. And this time we're attacked by 2 gargoyles. Well, we're finding experience, if nothing else, but not from these guys, as they're friendly. They just wanted to say hi, take a selfie, get on camera. That's cool. Getting through. See, Sarah's pretty darn close to a level up at this point. See, the monster's just able to walk right over these pits. Yet another advantage they have on us. Here we're up against some type of spider. Let's go ahead, individual action. He could attack the huge spider. Rui's going to teal against it. Ricardo will attack. We'll teal against the back row. And Sarah will attack. So yeah, there's nothing too crazy about these things. Well, looks like we have one survivor there. Go ahead and take care of these things the old-fashioned way. Assist shot. And 3 offensive attacks. Back down into the pit we go. If it seems like this might get a little frustrating constantly falling into pits, you are 100% on the money. Double slash. Let's let Kyo attack another zombie. Dispel the Cobalt. Well, you know what? We'll have Agog dispel the zombies this time, and see if Sarah just can't take out that entire line of undead kobolds on her own. Kyo petrifies the zombie. Rui misses with her part of the double slash, so Ricardo just gets a big old chonky 0 there. As did Agog with his Dispel, just not good enough to do anything of note to the zombies. Sarah took out a big old chunk of the undead kobolds, though. 2 misses. And again, it's not by accident that we're giving these guys a chance to hit us. The zombies can paralyze, and that's sort of what we're looking for that one quest. Not too sad to see it didn't work, though. So we get out of the combat. And pick up a Yaiba stone. That's our 3rd magic stone of the adventure today. Kyo doesn't even have this spell. Neither does Agog. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and give it to Agog. Fill out that spell list. Who's all leveling up so far? Rui and Sarah. I don't think anyone else is close enough that it'll happen. This stream will be wrapping up here in a couple minutes. Gonna have to deal with another of these level 6 ninjas before we get out of this one, though. Restrict shot, double slash, and spell. That's working out well so far. Well, it was working out well. Kyo with the old double miss there. Fortunately, the restrict shot makes up for it, as the ninja went after Ricardo this time. See if Rui's Detil will be enough to finish this guy off. And it is. 32 damage, enough to punch the ticket. Not the highest paying foe we'll ever meet, but, you know, it's something. Yep, that was definitely a hole in the ground. Zombie, a spirit, and 2 kobolds. Double slash. And let Rui attack that zombie. Let's see how this goes. More than enough damage to get rid of the spirit. Saw its little eyes drop to the ground there. That was kind of cool. And again, why fix what isn't broken? This time we'll let Rui and Ricardo do it, and let Kyo attack of his own volition. Doesn't even get to the double slash. Undead kobolds are kind of orc territory. They're the baseline enemy for undead, whereas orcs are kind of the baseline enemy for just enemies in general in this game. Go ahead, hit another assisted shot. Nice thing is we are minimizing our spell use so that when we do have to use them, they are readily available. $120 damage later, and that zombie is down. Yeah, we are safely distant from leveling anybody else up here. There is yet another pet. The good news is, once we get all these out of the road, we'll have a pretty clear indication of where we need to go. The bad news is, we got to get those all out of the road first. That's our way back up. Decidedly not the way we're going. This is that little hill, the overlook we at. Kind of a bridge between the two sides. Something sounds really heavy over there, like a dragon. Nothing unusual there. Nothing unusual here. Pair of gargoyles. I'm going to assume those are the two same friendly ones as before. Just for the sake of continuity. They saw us again, they're like, hey, you're still living. That's neat. And we're up on a thriller-themed dance troupe here. Again, it's our best chance at getting any sort of action going on as far as a paralyzed, so we'll just assisted shot an individual attack. Are there better ways of handling this? There absolutely are. And that zombie misses. Couple more are going to shuffle up. This should finish off all three of these. That zombie falls to the assist. Nope. Critical 0 there. Kyo gets hit for a damage, but no paralyze. So round 3 of this attack. And there the zombies go. Again, we could have handled that a lot quicker with the Dispel. But we are still trying to get paralyzed a little here. You know, I know what I just said there. I'm rather happy these guys are friendly because I didn't want to do another Marathon Undead attack. Just let them be. Make our way to the very next encounter. Assisted shot, double slash, because I forget what the spirits do, but I do believe it's pretty nasty. Maybe it's a higher level one I'm thinking of. Either way, don't really want to chance it, especially when we could get such a beautiful critical as that. Both strikes hit critically, so that's 242 damage Kyo just did to an enemy. And as we know, the undead kobolds are going to fall to anything. Pick up a skull and some rotten meat. Up, come to a pause here. Bumped into the adventurers we met on the first floor. This is probably that girl bishop with the thief and the warrior. There they are. She goes, oh, you scared me. I thought you were a monster. The girl bishop sighed, relieved. Thief says, you idiot, how dare you scare Anne like that? The young thief glared at you, annoyed. Oscar, I don't care for people who are vulgar. So the bishop's name is Anne, the thief's name is Oscar. Fantastic. Suddenly, the face of the boy who was called Oscar went pale. He goes, I'm sorry, Anna Marie, I'll be more careful next time. Anne Marie says, I won't hold my breath. The young Bishop Anne Marie smiled charmingly and made a cutting remark. Ouch. She goes, I get the feeling we've met before. I wonder where that was. Warrior says, oh, I think he's the one Oscar bumped into on the first floor. And Anne-Marie goes, Rune, which is apparently the warrior's name, and he sort of starts up. She goes, I don't care for people who interrupt me when I talk. So we see what's going on here. She's just sort of leading them around. They're her loyal puppy dogs. Rune says, sorry, Anne, I'll be more careful. Apparently the leader of this party was Anne-Marie the Bishop. Yeah. Oscar and Rune seem to not be able to defy her. She goes, did you fall into the pitfall on your way here too? Yeah, we've fallen into more than a few of those. She goes, I knew it. We fell, so there's no reason why you wouldn't have fallen either. Oh, good. Tee. Well, at least we made her feel better. Anyway, the fourth floor is a pain, isn't it? I'm thinking I'm going to check out the graves that look suspicious and all. And then there are those pitfalls. I was trying to be careful not to fall into any, but sometimes it might be necessary to fall in them. Yet another tutorial in the slight guise of a dialogue segment. You might be able to get access to new places. After Anne-Marie finished speaking, she put out her pretty hand. When you gave a puzzled look, she smiled cheerfully. I tell you, you pay me. The most important thing in this labyrinth is information. Not altruistic enough to give it to you for nothing. So, how about half of the money you're carrying now? See, she already gave us the info, and half of our money seems a bit much. I don't think I'm going to pay Anne-Marie on this one. Tears fill Anne-Marie's eyes. How mean. After all I've told you, you don't even pay. Oscar calls us an idiot and says, how dare we make Anne cry like that? Rune, let's teach this guy a lesson. Rune says, right. So Oscar and Rune attack us. Okay. I mean, I guess that's fair at this point. They kind of gotta, and they've been working out since the last dialogue box. They're both melee attackers, though, so we kind of know how this is going to go. Let's restrict shot, and let's have Ricardo and Rui double slash on Oscar. Maybe Kyo will luck into a petrification on Rune here. Let's see how this goes. Well, he didn't, but that's 44 solid damage. Ricardo and Rui hit for a ton, but Oscar's still standing. And he attacks Kyo, gets past our restrict shot, but no damage done. Rune runs right into it by targeting Rui, but he's still standing too. So I think we're going to go with the same thing. We're just going to switch up the intended targets. Rune this time is going to be the recipient of the double slash. We'll see if Kyo could take out Oscar solo. Yep, just one strike's all that took. And the double slash is more than enough to put Rune down as well. So we pop those guys back into place. Not the strongest foes we've faced so far. Say, damn it, he's too strong for us. Rune says, I can't believe we lost. Anne-Marie goes, you're pretty strong. Anne-Marie came over from where she was watching. Again, watching, not helping out the boys defending her honor. She goes, I like strong people, and since you're strong, I'll tell you something good. Anne-Marie lowered her voice. She goes, have you heard that somebody might have kidnapped the queen? Well, we certainly haven't heard that. We did have that guard up by the royal quarters where we got our pass. Seemed to be acting a little suspiciously. But no, we hadn't heard that yet. She goes, oh, you didn't know? It's a pretty big rumor amongst adventurers right now. You didn't meet any ninja soldiers looking for the queen? We did. We had some ninjas just run right by us on the way out of the labyrinth that one time. She goes, well, they were sent by Ledois to save the queen. The one leading them is one of the queen's guards, Colgan the Agile. Upon hearing that name, your heart jumped. There was something about the name. But Anne-Marie did not notice the reaction and continued to talk. She goes, there are a lot of ninja soldiers here, too. They're a bit edgy, so you might want to stay away from them. Oscar says, Anne, you don't need to be so nice to someone like this. Rune says, yeah, Anne, I don't see why you should tell him anything. That's fair. Their pride's a little wounded. And I was kind of a jerk, but I wasn't going to be held up for half my gold either. Anne-Marie glanced at them and chuckled sadly. She goes, Oscar, Rune, I'm disappointed in you both. I thought you'd at least have some strength. I may start to not like you anymore. That's just cold. Rune's like, Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie paid them no notice and looked into your eyes. Goes, well, I guess I'll see you again. Anne-Marie began walking off on her own. Oscar says, Anne, wait for me. And then they both run after her. Yeah, she's got them tied pretty well around her finger. Watched Oscar and Rune chase after Anne-Marie. Kind of feel bad for them. Certainly a bit more dialogue than I was expecting to get to today. Here's a bunch of barrels. Glad they pointed that out to me. There's a deserted grave and a dead tree. Navigated an erstwhile pitfall trap there before falling into another, and I think that's where we're going to call it here. It's a little after 8. It's time to head back to town. I'm going to transfer Potion back, and then I do believe I'm going to do the in-town stuff off camera. Do want to thank you all for watching, though. This has been a Grumpy Old Guy Gaming with more Wizardry Tale of the Forsaken Land. We'll catch you next time.